Hey, what's going on? Good evening, good evening. Welcome back again, once again, to the amazing show. I'm your host, the one and only, the Morris Knight, the narrator, Mr. O. And unless you've been living under a rock, or you've been on the street corner hollering with the Power Rangers, known as the Hebrew Israelites, for the past several weeks, you know about the biggest thing going on in hip-hop today. Yes, your boy stay on top of these things when it comes down to this, because I am from the streets of Miami and Liberty City. So, you know about the RemyMa ethering of Nicki Minaj, 2 back-to-back. She got bodied back-to-back. And now, Foxy Brown now comes in with a release disc of hers. So what I got is I got one of my a special guest. Not only is one of my subs, but this happened to be one of my fellow brother at arms, my fellow Morris brother, Papi Janvier-Bey. And we gonna go in on this on some input. So I got him over here on speakerphone right now. And what's good, brother? Islam,
brother, Islam. Yeah, this Papi Janvier-Bey. His little brother, you know what I'm saying? This is big bro, you know what I'm saying? Just racing the show.
Yeah,
you know. Whatever, what have you. I'm also a sub. I'm on, you know what I'm saying? I'm on there as well. But yeah, like the brother was saying, excuse me, like the brother was saying, you have to be under a rock or just not privy to what's going on right now in the music world. Is very big. Since hit 'em up. You know, and predate that, the biggest thing since No Vaseline. This is probably the top 3 disses in hip-hop music of all time, brother. Like, this is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah, gotcha.
This is real phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for the culture, it's good for the sport.
Absolutely.
But we have to keep some things in mind too. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep in mind, okay, you know, they're airing out dirty laundry. We airing out dirty laundry, but then remember what Frances Cress Welsing said. You know, one of her 12 stops. Mm-hmm. One of the stops was what? Stop gossip, right?
Right.
And, you know, from another perspective, you know, all that was gossip. But for the culture and the art form of competitivism and bringing it to another MC battling, we witnessed some ferocious bars.
Yes, we have.
You know what I'm saying? Ferocious bars. But I like to look at things holistically. I like to look at things from both aspects. From the positive and the negative aspect. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, brother.
Yeah. You know, let's break it down. Sheether, right?
Right.
Sheether is somewhat of an ode to Ether, which is Nas's joint, right?
Right.
Nas direct that at Jay-Z. Now, let's break some metaphysical things down. My thing is, my forte, my platform is metaphysics and occult knowledge.
Right.
Now, if we're going to break some things down, let's break it down. Ether. What was Nas doing? Before we can even get into Sheether, which is, you know what I'm saying, a variation of Ether, which she took and she made it hers by putting what? The SH on it, right?
Right.
Made it feminine.
Yeah, femininity.
Okay. Right. She put the feminine aspect to it, which is what RemyMa is known for doing. RemyMa is known for taking things that are already there and making them feminine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. You know, not Jesus Christ, but Jesus Christ. She had a big statement called Jesus Christ. You know, and this is her motif. This is her theme. But let's look at the metaphysics behind it. Now, when you look at the metaphysics behind it, with the ether, what was Nas doing? If you pay pay attention to the track when Nas was doing the ether, who voice was one of the first voices that pop up in the song, Brother O?
Oh, shoot, that Tupac.
Tupac.
Yeah.
So, on a metaphysical level, he was channeling the energy of Tupac.
Ooh.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
That hit him up.
Yeah, that hit him up thing.
That hit him up.
So basically, hypothetically, not mean to cut you off, but hypothetically, Jay-Z ended up getting bodied by a dead body, per se.
Exactly. Ether. Basically saying what? Spirit. Ether's a spirit, right?
Right.
When you drinking alcohol, what they call it, wine and spirits, right?
Wine and spirits. Yep.
So basically saying you get embodied by a dude that's not even here on a physical form. You get embodied by on a level where it's not even physical. You understand? You get embodied by an entity. Or if you really want to look at it, he invoked the spirit of Tupac. You understand? And then what was the first words he uttered? I will not lose. You lost already.
Bingo.
So what he said was, you know what I'm saying, on a very deep metaphysical level, like he took it there and said, yo, bruh, I'm battling you not even in the physical, but on a whole nother level. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
All my metaphysicians, all of my occultists, all of the people that study the deeper sciences, if you sit down and you look and you recite the lyrics and you look at the aphorisms, the chants, the mantras, and the things that he was saying, you will see that Jay-Z could not even hold a candle to this man.
No.
Yeah, Jay-Z had the witty stuff to say on Takeover and all that other stuff. Yeah, bar for bar, but in theory, when you look at it, Nas defeated him on a whole nother level. He took his soul.
Yes, he did. And
what he said, ether, the shit that make your soul what? Burn slow, right?
Makes your soul burn slow. And on top of that,
so he wasn't even battling. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and on top of that, let me just on the astrological tip, because you know, like astrology is my strong suit. I'm pretty sharp too on that. Nas is also a Virgo, and Virgos are very analytical people. I mean,
exactly.
They break everything down to the last microbe. So
exactly. So this is the thing. Look at everybody else who dissed Jay-Z after Nas dissed him. The camel disses the camel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody called him a camel, Joe Camel. Cameron ran with it, right?
Right.
That was all after Nas. So Nas had them gave you the template on how to destroy Jay-Z.
Yep.
You understand? That's why Jay-Z had to keep him close. Because, again, you got to keep the enemies close, right?
Right. Which is like one of the reasons that he kind of like signed Nas to his, at the time he was running Def Jam.
Have to, and gag him. Sign him and gag him.
Yeah.
Remember, if you look back at the diss with Cameron, he said every time I talk about that label, I get fined what? 100,000.
Yep.
It was I forget the name of the song, but Hate It or Love It. I think that's the name of the song. Hate It or Love It. Going back. Jay-Z is a paper gangster.
Right.
Just like Puffy is.
Right.
They're from the school of paper gangsters. If they cannot out-battle you, they will get you linked up and signed up to where that they gag you. To where that you don't say anything. Now, let's go back into the ether. I don't want to
yeah, we don't want to get too off topic.
Deviate from the big, the bigger picture.
Right.
This it's a very vast topic that we can talk about this for days. But back to the ether. So now you have the spirit of Tupac, and on the very song, what Nas said, "Ain't no best." Who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big, right?
Right.
So even Nas, on a subliminal level, is giving Pac the energy in the shout out. No MC in the game is gonna ever say another MC is better than him. That's like an unwritten rule. You're supposed to say you're the best. Right. Period. Right.
Right.
Even if it's not politically correct. You know. But also, let me sidebar this real quick. Since we're on the issue of Pac, watch what they do with Pac's energy, and watch what they do with his estate, and watch what they do with his image. They're gonna destroy his image.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This movie coming up. Oh man, if you haven't looked, Joey Badass is saying I can outrhyme Pac bar for bar, but yet Pac was your greatest influence. Who does that?
Yeah.
Daniel's son would never disrespect Mr. Miyagi.
Exactly.
So it's an agenda at play here.
Oh yeah, big time.
You know, you even had Chuck D, LL Cool J ain't going to the Hall of Fame, you know, but Pac did. It's all out frontal assault on Pac's character. Right. The metaphysical thing with that is this. When you look at what Pac represented to the people on a metaphysical level, he represented enlightenment. Enlightenment to the establishment. Enlightenment to what? Social issues.
Social issues.
Even though at the time we were conscious, we had our leather African pendants and certain things,
right?
You know, going forth. But he brought the real scope, the real microscope into the inner city and say, look, there's drugs here. There's violence here. Why did you create this situation? What are you going to do to address this situation? What are you going to do to address the plight of these people here in the cities? Black, brown, whatever, white. He spoke for the people.
Right.
See, now here's the issue. 20 years. Every 20 years, what they do, they have their little ritual where they bring you back up and they kill your character.
Yep.
They kill your persona. Watch it. Watch it. Every 20 years, there's something about an artist. Oh, a scandal pops up all of a sudden. Remember, the same people that make you will break you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's how it goes in the music industry.
You understand? Grammy Family. Jay-Z said it in Grammy Family Freestyle. If you go and Google Grammy Family Freestyle, he says it in there. The same sort they knight you, they will good night you. That's ritualistic, bro. The same sword they knight you with, they will good night you with.
Oh yeah.
And what's that sword? The sword is the media.
Yep.
What was the media doing with Pac? Oh, he's a lunatic. Oh, he's a rapist. He's this and that.
It was assassinate his character.
Assassinate his character. Even still. Why now?
They're still doing it.
You want to do a biopic on a dead man after his mom ironically enough died.
Right. Now they want to do a biopic.
And the people that were close to him, if you really want to get deep into it, the people that were close to him, you had what? Gaddafi. Gaddafi identified his killer.
Yeah.
Or the driver. That's documented fact.
Yeah.
Of the white Cadillac that shot him in '96 in Vegas. Gaddafi mysteriously died, whatever, and they said it was some issue with Napoleon, the Napoleon's peoples or whatever. But you go and you look at Gaddafi, peoples, and you know what I'm saying, do a little digging, they call it Napoleon a lion.
Right.
It's deep. It's deeper than rap. You look, Big Psych automatically just dies out of
bingo. Yeah, that was a shocker to me.
Fatal passes. These are the closest ones to Pac.
Mm-hmm. And you know something. And you know something.
You know what I'm saying?
You know something, brother. Just to not to get off talking. I'm just put that sidebar for about 2 seconds. When Gaddafi and Hussein passed, who also Muammar Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein also passed away around that same time frame.
Hello. You smell the roses now?
Smell them. I smell the bumblebees pollinating them, brother.
Okay, see, it's all ritualistic, bro.
Exactly.
It's all ritualistic. You kill that energy. Once you kill that energy, brother, then you can move forward with your agenda. Now we have to really understand what's the agenda. Pac labeled these before they were outlaws, they were young thugs.
Mm-hmm.
See, me, I'm a Tupac disciple. I follow Tupac movement from since Digital Underground, Tupacalypse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, apocalypse, Tupacalypse. I was like, whoa, what is this guy talking about? So from a young age, I sat there and I tried to understand the movement. You know, I would Google and I realized, okay, he was a Shakur. And you know the history with the Shakur family.
Right.
We're not even gonna get into the nationalism and the consciousness that they had.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show.
Oh yeah. So now mind you, he was being watched from jump.
Oh yeah.
So now you want to get into this entertainment industry. Okay. You know what? You're gonna run, we gonna let you in there. Ted Fields, Jimmy Iovine, they brought him in.
Uh-huh.
And you know, maybe we'll do another show on it. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I know the topic was RemyMa and all of that. But we have to address what the real is.
Of course.
Now we have this entity right now, which is Tupac, that's being basically invoked by Nas to basically destroy Jay-Z. You understand?
Understand.
That's the deeper level with the ether. It went over many people's head. When he said F Jay-Z, that right there is supposed to like invoke something in you. When he said F Jay-Z, and then you listen to the beat, bump bump. It's like, whoa, you know something deep is about to go down. Listen to the track.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Open yourself up a little bit. Listen to the track. You know, listen to the tones. You know, the tones and the words go together.
Yes, sir. Yes, it do.
I can tell you something in one tone and it'll mean something totally different in another tone. If I say brother or sister, you know, I love you, in a monotone voice, it might not mean anything because there's no feeling behind it.
Right.
Now, if I say it, brother and sister, I love you, there's a intonation in there. There's a, you know what I'm saying? There's an energy behind it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when we address these things, let's talk about them on a basic level. Regardless if you're high science or if you're just getting into the science, we're going to deal with it on a basic level, elementary, so that when you touch it, when you deal with it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever level you at, you can understand, correspond meaning you can take something and address it or relate it to something else, and then take it the way you need to take it.
Right.
As far as, you know what I'm saying, your personal level. or your personal understanding of the topic. So now, if we understand that with ether, what does Shether represent? Okay. Who got bodied by Drake? Meek Mill.
Meek Mill's dead. Haven't heard nothing from him since.
Now, who supposedly gave RemyMa the ammunition to go at Nicki?
Meek Mill's, once again.
You see the correspondence?
Mm-hmm.
Meek Mill's career is supposedly dead.
Right.
So RemyMa, whether consciously or subconsciously, went to somebody whose career was in the graveyard, who's dead, got some information or some energy, and ran with the template that Nas did.
Yeah, he did.
Follow me?
Following you.
So we're going to go with the theme of a dead person, or a person that transcended, or a person whose career is gone, getting some type of information, invoking that information, and putting it out there to destroy your enemy. That's what RemyMa did. Now, Papoose, did Papoose have a hand? I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
Papoose is a writer.
Yeah.
Papoose is very smart. I give Papoose a lot of credit. My only issue with Papoose is Papoose doesn't, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, as a connoisseur and a fan of hip-hop, he hasn't learned how to make a hit record yet.
Right.
However, his lyrical content, the things that he's saying are profound. Like, he's a writer. You know what I'm saying? He's a writer.
Right.
He's a profound writer. However, as far as artistry and sound and, you know, picking out sounds and everything like that, and conducting, you know, breaking down 16s and doing things like that, as far as choruses and all that, he's like a Cannabis.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Cannabis? Wyclef?
Yeah.
Wyclef was a musician.
Right.
What better person to be with than a musician who can break down musical composition? Hey, listen, there's a method to this madness. There's 16 bars. You're not going to rap for just 60 bars and no. To make hit songs is a formula.
Bingo.
You understand? It's a formula. And when this formula come into play, you know what I'm saying? There are certain things that, you know, you got the machine that, okay, we know we with that, we gonna co-sign that, they're gonna push it. You understand, brother?
I understand it.
Yeah. So now, here's the thing with RemyMa. If you want to get into some deep with it, RemyMa is basically deactivated. Deactivated.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj as queen of rap.
That she did. That she did. And on top of that, let me just say, because I've read through a lot of the comments. I read through a lot of comments when I crossed over social media, and particularly over here on YouTube too, where some people said like, oh, what Remy said was trash. She ain't saying nothing about Nicki, what people were saying about her since 2007. And I had to sit back and I just had to really laugh at it. Some of it true, but then most of it is laughing, because like I just shook my head. I said to myself, brother, y'all don't know the deep connotations that goes on with this. If I'm looking at it like from an astrological point of view, RemyMa, born May 30th, she's a Gemini. Okay?
Right.
You know, Nicki Minaj, Sagittarius. Air and fire. Now, you know fire can't live without oxygen. So, yes, of course, oxygen, that air is going to, without air, she can't function. So like what it goes back to correcting what you're saying of RemyMa deactivating Nicki Minaj, and that's exactly what happened. Look what happened. 2 back-to-back Ether songs, and on top of that, Kmart dropped Nicki Minaj's clothing deal. Her clothing line got dropped from Kmart.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right. So, here's what it is, bro. It's changing of the guard. Just like when Obama, we had that little ritual with Obama. They call it the inauguration.
Exactly.
Right. It's a changing of the guard, basically. Do you think the elite, the ones that run the music business, is going to let Nicki Minaj, who they put money behind, just fall by the wayside? No, it's by design.
No, it's by design, brother.
It's by design. These people understand what this culture, this compromised culture. They're not going to let you go in and just do what you want to do. No.
Nah.
You have to follow a specific program. You have to follow a specific program. I apologize, brother. I'm driving right now, and I got you on the speaker.
No, that's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
But it's a pleasure to be on your show. We spoke numerous times about me coming on, and hopefully I can be a guest. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Oh yeah.
Or a regular staple on your show.
Well, I'm gonna make that happen regardless. Regardless. You know, I still do the podcast, but now I'm doing a balancing of both that and the video. So now, like, my subs can not only like hear my commentary, but they can actually visualize what I'm talking about and doing this. And this right here just gonna take it to another level, because I learned it from a couple of my other subs who I associate with, like Irv Griffin and Prince GMO and the rest of them, and Taurine Rain, and who all I conversate with. So that's the reason why I had to call you, because like when this came across on my notifications, I'm like, no, I got to say something about this, because we could talk, like I say, I could talk about issues, resolving, coming with solutions for us as a people all day, night and day. I got documentation for days for that, solutions for that. But I have to speak on this because when it comes to hip hop, this is part of our culture. And in the words of one of the greats, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I got to agree with him, and I conversate with him via Periscope, that the thing with RemyMa, Nicki Minaj is good for hip hop. It's healthy. It's competition, like you said at the beginning here.
Yeah, it began with competition.
Yeah,
it began with competition. Now the thing was, it was always friendly competition.
Right.
Afterwards they shook hands. Yo, you killed it. I got to get better. And everything like that. It was behind closed doors. It was a situation where whether it be DJs, whether it be B-boys, whether it be graffiti artists, whether it be MCs, those 4 elements.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They always, after the fact, shook hands, and
hold on 1 second. Hold on, let me just put that on pause for a second, people.
So it was a competition thing.
Right.
Those 4 elements always had, friendly competition. Now, when you look at the business aspect of it, before when it became the music business, not just music where individuals was going around at the parks and those who grab the mic and rock the mic for a party or whatever. Even if it was, look, I'll rock your party for a couple dollars, whatever. Before it became selling records and doing all of these things, and it was friendly competition. So now when people start to get what these young people call it nowadays, branded or something, right? Like that. Yeah. Now these young individuals call it branding, or incorporating.
Yeah.
Going corporate. Selling out.
Yeah. Well, that's what Jesse Williams talked about at the BET Awards. They want to wear brands on their bodies and stuff.
Right. It's about branding. Yeah. So now, everybody's talking about my brand. Okay, yeah, that's how you make your money and everything like that.
Right.
Which is cool. On one level, it's cool. On another level, there's a social responsibility. Guru said it best with Shaka Khan in that song called "Watch What You Say." Somebody's gonna hear exactly what you say. The song is Guru featuring Shaka Khan.
Right.
Watch what you say. If you listen to the lyrics, what Guru was saying was what? We have a social responsibility to watch what we say as it pertains to the children. Right. So now, let's look at it. We have the so-called new or morphed black leader, which is hip-hop music. Mm-hmm. Hip-hop music has raised a lot of children.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? Raise them in the sense of, that's where we get our sense of moral from. That's where we get our sense of history from. And what have you. And these MCs are not being held accountable anymore. You know what I'm saying? MCs or rappers.
Yeah.
Rappers, that's a whole nother category in itself, but you have an MC who, that's metaphysical. Yeah. And rappers more so corporate.
Right.
Because an MC, they accompany a drum, there's certain vibrational elements there, and it's uplift.
Right.
Rappers, to me, is just there on a corporate level to just, spit out poetry, which is, still good. Depending on whoever the poet is and the quality of the poetry, to rhythmic music.
Uh-huh.
Now, here's the thing. When we look at the grand scheme of things, where did the MCs become rappers? Where's the metaphysics in the music? Where did that go? Where did that leave? When did that leave? That left when we had the branding.
Right.
The corporations. The media.
Yeah.
These big companies that put their stake into the music because it was the hottest thing out at the time. Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted a piece of it.
Exactly.
You understand? Everybody wanted a piece of it.
Yep.
So my brother, going back to the RemyMa situation with Foxy Brown, the Foxy Brown element.
Right. Let's get into
now. I'm gonna talk on Foxy Brown, and I'm gonna conclude my portion of it with this.
Got it.
Foxy Brown has no place in that. She was warned by Jay-Z. You're fighting a losing battle.
That she is, my brother. And on top of that,
because Jay-Z, wait 1 second, brother. Yes, Jay-Z told her prior to years back, do not battle her for the money. because there was an undisclosed amount of monies that RemyMa and Foxy Brown was supposed to battle for. This is documented. Jay-Z gave Foxy Brown good counsel and told her, look, this is not good for your career. You're a platinum artist. You know what I'm saying? You're corporate. You're going up against somebody who has more to gain, and you have a lot to lose.
Right.
If you watch Jay-Z's movements, everybody that went against Jay-Z, what did he do? He ignored it.
Exactly.
Jay-Z did not, when he had the throne, which he still does.
He still has it.
Drake hasn't taken it over yet. We can get into all of the hip-hop thrones and who's the king of industry and the king of rap and all these other different things at a later date. But what I want you to understand is when Jay-Z, as a king of rap, came to Foxy Brown and told her, do not battle her, it was from a corporate level. Jay-Z understands things from a corporate level. Why do you think he's corporately successful? You understand? It was not good for her brand. Jay-Z understands branding. Puffy, quote unquote, he is the master of branding, right? So they say in hip hop.
Yeah.
So he comes from that era. You know, the common denominator between Puff and Jay-Z is big. Biggie.
Bingo.
Okay. Biggie understood branding. Biggie understood, okay, you know what? I gotta throw the Versace on. I gotta throw these corporate brands on. That's why Pac was like, you still in my style, you still in my swag.
Right.
Because they had already stepped to Pac.
About Versace.
With that. Right. About branding. Pac understood branding. That's why if you look at Pac, what was his next movement? Machiavelli.
Shoot. After that, shoot, Pac was going Hollywood. He was going to do movies. And on top of that, a more deeper thing, Pac was hinting at going into politics.
Exactly. And that's why Pac had to go. But we're going to leave that for another
we'll leave that for another show. Exactly.
Another show. But listen, brother, it's been a pleasure, and I'm going to leave you with this. RemyMa, she's a beast right now. She's a conglomerate. She's lining up her assets and everything, and she's making a run for the crown.
Yes, she is. And
I applaud her. She's making it happen. She has a solid dude behind her as far as Ryder and Papoose. Battle MCs, both of them come from the battle circuit, so don't come for them. You're going against a two-headed beast.
Bingo.
And that's where Nicki failed. Nicki picks her battles, but Nicki has to understand, you pick pop people to battle against. You pick Mariah. You got to fight with Mariah Carey. You know, a little spat with Mariah Carey, a little spat with Taylor Swift, a little spat with people who can't really go at you like that because that's not their realm. That's not their, agenda.
Right.
But now you going at a battle rapper from the Bronx under Terror Squad. And we're not even going to get into Terror Squad.
We're not going to get into that. Trust me.
Okay, Terror Squad. Listen to the name.
The name is
Terror Squad. They telling you, like, we are bringing problems. Tony Sunshine, you know what I'm saying? And all of them. I'm not even going to go into the names of them. Like, I was a Terror Squad fan. And Remy, at the time when Terror Squad was a beast.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But Fat Joe always kept her in line. Kept her back. Now RemyMa is not having it.
No, of course not.
And with that, brother, I gotta go. It's been a pleasure.
Oh man, it's been more than a pleasure. The honor is yours, my brother. The honor is yours. But we gonna
big bro. Big bro. We know each other personally, so I'm gonna say this. I appreciate you, big brother. I respect the elders. You know what I'm saying? You have me by a few years, and like I'm gonna say this, brother. At the end of the day, it's all about making sure that your elders are honored and respected, and I honor and I respect you, brother.
Thank you. And the same goes for here too, because guess what? Even us elders in this game, we learn something from y'all too. So we learn from one another. That's how we grow and build as a nation.
Definitely, brother. So we'll have our personal conversations as to, you know, different things and aspects of that. But for your show, you know, hopefully I brought another avenue and another, you know, form of light to your show, you know, and with that, brother, I bid you, you know, good night, brother.
Good night, brother. Glad to have you here. Peace. Okay. For all my subs, to all my peoples out there, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close on a little something on that, on the rebuttal on that from my brother Janvier-Bey had to say on this. So I had to bring a different aspect on this, a different perspective on this from somebody who's very into the game and all this. Like I said about with RemyMa and with Foxy Brown coming in, RemyMa, Foxy Brown, like Nas, is a Virgo. You know, her and Remy got something in common. Remy and Gemini, she's a Virgo. They both ruled by Mercury. Virgos in this particular case, like brother Bey said, if Jay-Z already told her don't do that, don't do this. But Virgos, people born under that sign, very narcissistic, want to be in the spotlight, this and that. Now, I've had numerous chances here in South Florida on South Beach. Had the pleasure of meeting Miss Inga. That's Foxy's real name. Very, very nice girl. Very, very nice lady. You know, one of the realest. And then on top of that, Foxy, why would she even get involved in that? She just gave birth to a baby girl. So I don't know. Well, like I said, it might be a chess move on Foxy Brown, but I'm telling you right now, and I'm calling it, she's gonna take a L for this. She's really gonna take a L for this. And you know, it's sort of like my response to Ticket. I watched Ticket TV's video analogy on this, and Town Biz, 1LVZ, Dream Chaser Boxing, 93 Sports News, 78 Sports News, the whole LDBC, Torn Rain, everybody, you know. So that's my thing about the whole thing like that. As you see, my brother, he broke it down beautifully and all that. But to my fellow Moors, y'all know what I'm talking about, or any other brothers and sisters who are basically into the occult sciences and all that. I dabble. I'm a practitioner and dabble into that too myself, as well as the issues like this. But I'm also knowing there's going to be some trolls that's going to be in the doggone comment section talking about this and that. We don't need this and all that. No. This is the beefs, this lyrical beef right here with Remy going at Mickey and basically bodying her and all that. It's good for hip-hop. We need it. Compared to some of the whack crap that you see out here nowadays, it's good for it. Because it's a lot more deeper than what y'all meant it out to be. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna conclude this broadcast for the night. So with that said, thank y'all for coming there, for attending the OMazing show. Yes, we back on live and in color this time, and it's gonna be like that for a little while too. Podcasts are still gonna come in every now and then. So with that said, I'm your host, your humble servant, the one and only, the narrator, the Moorish Knight himself, Mr. O. With that said, I'm out. Peace and love.